Who doesn't like to laugh? This video includes 10 great comedies you can watch for free on Kanopy. Kanopy is a streaming service that lets you watch movies and TV shows with your library card for free. Now, let's get to those 10 great comedies. Number 10, Another Round. Can drinking more alcohol actually improve your life? This 2020 Oscar-winning film audaciously asks this question and scientifically tests it. Why it's great. First, the experiment. 4 middle-aged teachers rigorously test their daring alcohol intake hypothesis in this very original Danish film. Second, persistence. If your life is stagnant, stale, or seemingly meaningless, do you have the courage to change it? The 4 men in this movie do. With the help of alcohol, they try to improve their lives with humorous, but also very serious consequences. Last, generational interaction. It's fascinating to see how adults and teenagers interact in Denmark. It's decidedly different from the US. Number 9, The Farewell. A family learns that their grandmother has cancer. Should they tell her, not tell her, or plan a wedding? That's the overarching plot of this funny and poignant 2019 film. Why it's great. First, Awkwafina. Funny yet vulnerable, Awkwafina does a masterful job in the lead role. FYI, the grandmother is also exceptional. Second, confluence of culture. How does Asian culture affect Western culture, and vice versa? This film gives you a heartfelt and humorous glimpse. Third, humor and heart. You'll laugh when you're crying, and you'll cry when you're laughing as you watch this touching and very funny film. Number 8, The Untouchables. Looking for a new caregiver, a rich French quadriplegic surprisingly hires a Senegalese immigrant with no training. Based on a true story, the situation is difficult, but the movie is funny and touching. Why it's great. First, because of what it's not. It is not sappy, cliched, or saccharine sweet. Movies of this type run the risk of being those things. This film isn't. Second, human relationships. Wonderful performances by 2 great actors make this movie special. Third, it's uplifting. The music, locations, and overall spirit lift this movie up. It's a well-worn cliche that people are happiest when they're helping others. It may be a cliche, but it's also true. Number 7, Interstate 60, Episodes of the Road. This hidden gem of a film is hard to find on many streaming services, but good news, you can watch it on Kanopy. This 2002 movie is fun, unexpected, and simply refuses to be categorized. Why it's great. First, quirkily compelling. This film is funny, offbeat, and oddly inspiring. You'll enjoy the adventure. Second, surprisingly great cast. James Marsden is the headliner, but this movie also features several other great performers, including Gary Oldman, Michael J. Fox, Chris Cooper, and Kurt Russell. Third, the message. Take the path less traveled. It will make all the difference. Number 6, Kind Hearts and Coronets. What do you get if you cross Tyler Perry, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and a serial killer? The answer? This 1949 British comedy. Why it's great. First, Alec Guinness. He plays 8 different roles, brilliantly, and all are victims of the serial killer. Second, the serial killer. This film is dark humor at its finest. It delivers dry, understated, and witty entertainment. You may find yourself actually rooting for the killer. Finally, twists and turns. This movie provides many unexpected plot twists, particularly in the last 20 minutes. It's a great ending to a great movie. Number 5, Stalag 17. This is a comedy that's also a drama, a mystery, and a thriller. It's set in a prisoner of war camp for American flyers in Germany in 1943. It tries to be many things, and it accomplishes all of them. Why it's great. First, great combination. Filmed only a few years after the harsh realities of World War II, this film daringly takes on the topic of POW camps. It combines humor and tension to create a stellar film. Second, it created the mold. Future POW movies like The Great Escape, The Bridge Over the River Kwai, and the TV show Hogan's Heroes all followed in the footsteps of this groundbreaking 1953 classic. Third, star power. William Holden, Otto Preminger, Billy Wilder, and a host of others contribute to the power of this outstanding film. Number 4, A Town Called Panic. A cowboy, an Indian, and a talking horse make this 2009 French animated movie a modern-day classic. Why it's great. First, splendid stop-action animation. Zany, quirky, and highly original animation distinguish this addictively watchable film. Second, anthropomorphic insanity. Newspaper-reading horses, drum-playing donkeys, and skydiving cows drive the action forward in this 75-minute jewel. Third, logic-bending humor. The crazy problems the characters face and the unconventional ways they solve them make this fast-paced film incredibly enjoyable. Number 3, Modern Times. Filmed during the Great Depression, this 1936 movie shows how people cope with technology and the challenges of modern times. Why it's great. First, the never say die attitude. The two stars face trials, tribulations, and challenges galore. Being with another person with the same positive approach makes life's challenges tolerable and even enjoyable. Second, it's original. You'll watch comedy sequences that you've repeatedly seen in other movies and shows. Modern Times was a film that gave birth to these original ideas. Third, it's got heart. The film is zany, energetic, and comical, but it's the heart behind the action that makes this movie a masterpiece. Number 2, The Apartment. This is Billy Wilder's tour de force. It combines comedy and drama into a delicious stew. It shows you what it's like to be looking for love in New York in the 1950s. Jack Lemmon and Shirley MacLaine deliver in this film that won the Best Picture Oscar in 1960. Why it's great. First, the blend. No one mingles comedy and drama together better than Billy Wilder. The Apartment brings together humorous language with heartbreaking situations that are completely captivating. Second, the banter. The film does a magnificent job, dialogue-wise. The back and forth between actors is witty, funny, and brilliant. The use of language is original and hilarious. You'll love it, banter-wise. Finally, the band of players make this movie great. Lemmon and MacLaine are both a joy to watch. They're likable and believable. You root for them. They're also supported by an exceptional cast. Number 1. Hunt for the Wilder People. A juvenile delinquent and a cantankerous old man run from the law in the New Zealand bush. The result? First-rate comedy. Why it's great. First, the accents. I don't know why, but everything in this film is funnier because it's said with a New Zealand accent. Rachel House, who plays the child services worker, is particularly hilarious. Second, the notion of family. What does family mean in today's world? Ricky Baker, the juvenile delinquent, learns the answer firsthand in the New Zealand wild. Last, different perspectives. The class of city attitudes with the bush perspective make this modern-day buddy movie soar. If you're looking for more great movies to watch, please subscribe to our channel. We've got movie recommendations for comedies, dramas, romances, and a whole lot more.